Hello, and welcome to the Pest Control Marketing Podcast with your host, me, Hal Coleman, uncensored and unplugged. Pay attention, take lots of notes, because you're going to find out exactly how to get more new customers, more referrals, and grow your business.
Hal Coleman has been active in the pest control industry for over 40 years, including owning and operating his own successful pest control business for 18 years. He now devotes his time to helping other PCOs and other WCOs double, triple, and even quadruple their businesses faster than they ever imagined. Be sure to check out his website, pestcontrolmarketer.com. For more information about Hal's coaching program, you can reach him at 770-993-0004 or email him hal@halcoleman.com. Mike Stewart is known as the Internet audio and video guy. Since the birth of the Internet, Mike has been showing small business owners how to get more new customers, increase their sales, and grow their businesses online using audio and video, now with iPhones and Android phones. For more information about Mike's coaching program and his online training courses, visit MikeStewartCoaching.com or email him mike@internetaudioguide.com.
Well, welcome to another episode of the Pest Control Marketing Podcast. This is Hal Coleman, better known as Mr. Offline, and I'm here with my guest and friend and business associate, Mike Stewart, better known as Mr. Online. You there, Mikey?
Yes, I'm here. Mr. Audio Video Online. Yeah, that's me.
Well, that's true. That's true. You're actually a lot of things. You've been called a lot of things.
I've been called everything you could think of. I answer to pretty much anything.
I do too. And how long we've been working? I was telling somebody, we've been working together. It's right at 40 years.
I met you in 1979, Hal.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
That was the year Larry Latimer was doing jingles with me at my house. And Tom Long, good friend of ours, knew Larry and connected us together. And we have been working, creating, and doing fun stuff to help other people's businesses for 40 years. I'm not stopping. I don't want to stop. Do you?
Oh, I'm not either. I don't, like Zig Ziglar, I don't plan to slow down, back down, turn down, until I'm lowered down.
Well, they're going to spread me around.
And you were in the recording business, so you knew a lot about that technology. And then when Al Gore invented the internet, you began telling me about the internet, and I said, I know a lot about fishing nets, but not this internet thing. And you drug me into that kicking and screaming, and it's the lifeblood of my income now. But and there are a lot of things you can do, and there's one to get new customers today. Let's fast forward to, here we are going into September of 2019, and what could we advise a small business owner, a small or medium-sized pest control company, any pest control company, any home service business, any wildlife control business? People ask me sometimes, tell me something I can do to get new customers. So I thought I want to pick out one thing to talk about today that can have a big, big impact on your business. Just one thing. And that thing today, Mike, is getting 5-star reviews on Google. And, a prime example that I want to start out with is more social proof. Maybe you and I did our last workshop. Incidentally, we'll have another one, the Next Level PCO Marketing Workshop, coming up in February. You folks will be hearing a lot about it as time goes on. It was just, to say it was an overwhelming success last year would be an understatement, I think, according to the people who came to it.
Now, Hal, let me podcast proof this announcement. NextLevelPCOMarketing.com will always tell you the current date. You may hear this podcast in 2021, but if you go to NextLevelPCOMarketing.com, you're always going to know, because we intend on doing maybe 1 or 2 of those events a year from now on, as long as the good Lord will let us. And so, like I said, don't timestamp it in a podcast. That's a lesson here with the internet. Podcasts live forever. and you always want to make your information evergreen. That's another little lesson.
Boy, I just learned something there too. Yeah, of course that makes perfect sense, and you taught me something else as you usually do.
Well, the one, we used to talk about one little thing is so important. There's a great book about 212 degrees. 211 degrees, water doesn't boil. Is it 211 or 100? No, yeah, it's 211. 211 degrees, water doesn't boil. 1 degree more, it boils.
Yeah, there you go.
So one little thing, but I can't agree enough on the online side. You and I have had all of the companies we work with that make the effort to make 5-star, not 4-star, not 2-star, and it looks like the people who are disgruntled for whatever reason seem to fight and leave. I've seen it more times than not. I'd leave no stars if I could leave it. Now, yeah. But the thing is when it comes to Google reviews, and we also got to interject here, Facebook and Yelp reviews are very, very important. But
yes.
But you don't want to ignore any of them. But we're going to talk mostly about reviews everywhere. Google is so important because the world uses Google. And getting 5-star reviews, we've heard it time and time again, that the businesses that improve their social proof of reviews in Google is probably one of the one little degree difference that has made their phone. And you got a great case stories that I know you're going to tell in this podcast. Just recently, you told me on the phone. And I got some stories I want to make people sure to understand. Do not ignore this one little tip. Now,
well, you and I were speaking to a group back at the very beginning of this year. I think it was our last next level workshop, and one of the people there wasn't doing very much marketing at all, and that person ended up getting in my coaching program. And so looking over all the marketing they weren't doing, I'm always looking for the low-hanging fruit, the fruit that you have to duck to get underneath. That's what I like to look for. So this I looked at, pulled them up on the internet, and and Google Places there were 3 companies, their company and 2 others, and I think they had like 7 reviews. Another company had 16 reviews. Another company had 3 reviews. And I said, man, you talk about low-hanging fruit. I said, when people pull this up and they see your 3 companies right there in front of their face, none of you have any reviews really, just a little handful. So I said, you got to get your employees to get 5-star reviews. Well, how do I do that? I said, well, the best way to do it is to ask for them. Don't ask for a review. Some people will actually give you a 3 or 4-star review thinking that they're helping you improve and showing you opportunity. That's the way people's minds work sometimes. So always ask for 5-star reviews. Don't say, can you give us a review? Say, can you give us a 5-star review? And that call to action will generate a 5-star review. If they're not going to give you a 5-star, and they won't give you one, and that's fine. But so this company began a little campaign with their employees. I said, get your employees involved, pay them for every 5-star review they get. Now I've actually heard of some companies that I've worked with are paying their employees $50 for every 5-star review they get, and some people say, whoa, $50. But you know what? You get 100 5-star reviews, and that cost you what, $5,000, and that's only a few termite treatments. But anyway, bottom line. So I asked, how many calls are you guys getting from the internet every week? And they said, well, we probably get from 2 to 4 a week from the internet. Not much. I said, yeah, that's not much. That's just pitiful. So I said, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start getting 5-star reviews, and you're not going to slow down until you get 100 5-star reviews. 100 5-star reviews. We'll never be able to do that. There's no way to do that. I said, oh, yes, there is. You got hundreds of customers. You've got tons of people that know you. Get your employees involved. So they start offering their employees a little incentive. Now, we're going to fast forward like 90 days, okay? 90 days later, they have already 75 5-star reviews. So I asked them, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, I said, So tell me, how much, how many phone calls are you getting from the internet every week? They said, well, we get anywhere, right now we're averaging anywhere from 2 to 8 a day. I said, not a week, but a day. Their phone's ringing off the hook. They're having growing pains. They're stressed. They got to buy new trucks. They got to hire somebody. So it's like, be careful what you wish for. But that one thing, Mike, that one thing, going from like 7 5-star reviews up to 75 5-star reviews has set their business on fire. I mean, it has turned these people up on their ears trying to make adjustments and keep up. And they want to grow, see. They're not people who say, I don't want to grow, I don't want to have employees, I'm satisfied. They want their business to grow so they can build a great retirement, and they are on the track now. And we're just going to start doing other things, but we're going to keep getting those reviews. So that's just one story. There's a lot of them like that, and I know you have some good stories.
And now here's a word from our sponsor.
Google Pest Control Marketing. Grow your business like never before. Call 770-993-0004.
Did you hear that? That is a jingle. But more than that, it is an audio logo and what I call a marketing earworm. But you know, that's a bug, that's a worm you want in your local market on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and podcasts like you're listening to right now. Yes, you should do a podcast as a PCO, but we'll talk about that another time. You want your market singing Google your name, what you do, and your phone number. Simple, but it works. If you want to cash in on this marketing bonanza, go to pestcontrolmarketingjingles.com to learn more. Or just call me, Mike Stewart, at 770-826-3662, or call Hal Coleman at 770-993-0004. And we would love to show you how to do what we call search and call advertising with earworms. And oh yeah, it works on that old-timey technology of radio and television. Why don't you call us today and learn more?
Google Pest Control Marketing. Grow your business like never before. Call 770-993-0004.
Well, I want to tell you that you've got to make this a priority because your competition, and you need to research your competition. I'm not going to name the name, but I know who you're talking about, Hal. And I'm looking here on my phone because reviews are a cell phone technology. People are looking for local businesses on their phones, and those reviews come with the maps or what's called Google Business. And I can see that they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They have got 25 competitors in Google Maps within a 20-mile radius of their business. 25 competitors. One has 199 reviews. One has 100 reviews. One has 1 review, 1 star. They're the only 5-star, complete 5-star reviews of all of their 25 competitors. And if you went and looked at this kind of, you need to research what's going on in your local market. Over half these people have negative reviews or no reviews. So that 5-star, getting those 5 stars and having so many, and I'll tell you, the 2 companies that have 100 reviews are major wealthy chains. They're not small business owners themselves like the person you're talking about.
Yeah. They're the big national corporations.
Right. But nobody in their market other than them has 5-star reviews. You can't put a price tag on that. You cannot put a price tag. So I'll tell you a story about one of my PCO clients, pest control operators up here in Nashville. Good guy. Went to breakfast with him several times, and I said, your reviews are killing you. They're killing you. And he said, well, I've tried. It's impossible. It can't be done. I give up. People tell me they won't do it. They don't know how. We put a link on their website that says, go to our website, click the Review Us Now button. And he says, well, people can't review us because they don't know what to do. And I said, well, then you keep trying till you figure out somebody who does know what to do. So my point is there's no excuses. Excuses are for quitters. You can't quit. So
yeah, I've got one guy, and you know him too, but he says when they don't know how, he just says, "Well, hand me your cell phone." They hand him the cell phone, he pulls it up and he hands it, and then he hands it back. He says, "Now, here, tell me what you want to say." And they tell him what they want to say, and he types it in for them and clicks it and hands it back to them. He says, "Thank you so much."
So, any rate, just to finish out the story, to tell you that it is possible. For a year, I kept hearing, can't be done, can't be done. He had a 2.1 review because he had a few 5 stars, but he had a 4 or 5 0 star. Well, people said I'd give you 0 stars if I could, but I have to give you at least 1 star. And he was like 2.1. I mean, it was killing him. And in less than 4 weeks, he's up to 32 reviews, and he's pulled that score back up to 4.3 in less than 4 weeks. Ignored it for years. Can't calculate the losses he's getting.
Cannot calculate.
Now, let me tell you something else that's why it's important. Right under his Google reviews is his Yelp reviews. You've got to get people to get your Yelp reviews. Because let me tell you what I'm reading on my phone. Quite possibly the absolute worst service experience I've had since owning a home. Unprofessional, overpriced, and just awful. Right there on the first page of Google, readable in Google. That's why you've got to pay attention to Yelp, Google, and Facebook reviews. You got to examine what you got, and you got to do whatever it takes to get 5-star reviews. And the first place to start is don't let your Google reviews go bad. And investigate. Where are you with your business? If you don't investigate, you can't fix what you don't know is wrong. So the one
those 1 and 2 reviews, and that review that I would give you a 0 if I could. I wonder if that guy's actually contacted that customer or been out to personally see them and talk about what's going wrong with his company and why somebody would give that review. And then when he finds out why, going back to the business and correcting the problem and making sure that never happens again. I mean, the follow-up. And that person could end up turning around and giving them another 5-star review at some time. It could be a big misunderstanding, So you got to follow up with those bad ones.
Right. And the beautiful part is a person who is disgruntled has the power to go in and change it. Not you. You can't change it, but they can. So the lesson here is you can't calculate your losses by ignoring this, but you can do something about it to fix it. And you're right. Getting 5-star reviews, responding to the negative reviews. There are people that no matter what you do, they're not going to like you. They're not going, they're mad, and it's interesting. I'll tell you, the people who know how to leave reviews are the disgruntled people. And so be honest with yourself. If you've done something that got you a bad review, fix what caused that. It could be an employee. It could be a misunderstanding. It could be any number of things. But once again, you cannot calculate the thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars you lose by not paying attention to making sure that your report card that I had a guy tell me, he says, well, what can I do to get that off? Nothing but do what we're telling you. Get positive reviews and respond to the negative ones. That's all you can do. But ignoring it will guarantee to hurt you.
Now, and I talked to somebody a while back, I don't remember who it was, who had a really bad review. This horrible review, just totally trashed his company. And so I said, you got to call this person up and find out what's going on. And it called the person up, and turns out there's another company there that has a kind of a similar name. And this person was reviewing the wrong company.
Yeah.
It wasn't even his company that they were reviewing, but they just went on there and made a mistake and reviewed the wrong company. All kind of things can happen like that.
Like the lesson here, Hal, is we've pointed out to you the one tip that you cannot ignore. And if you ignore it, woe be unto you.
Woe be unto you. Well, listen, Mike, I think we've covered the topic. I mean, guys, girls, go out there, get 5-star reviews. If you got 100, make it your goal to get 200. Yeah. If you got 200, get 300. If you've got 5, get 10 as fast as you can. But your goal is to have lots and lots of 5-star reviews. And every one you get is putting more money in the bank for you over the next year. So with that said, I think we covered it, Mike. It's been fun as always. And if anybody wanted to get in touch with you and find out more about how to set up a system to get reviews or talk with you about audio and video marketing or the business or jingles or anything else, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, the best thing to do is you can go to MikeStewartCoaching.com, or there's links here on the podcast site, or call me at 770-826-3662. I always love talking to pest control owners, and our passion and our mission is to make a difference in your business. And it's a free call. You call me. Now, Hal, if somebody wants to get to know you and talk to you one-on-one, what can they do?
Well, they can call me at 770-993-0004, or they can email me at hal@halcoleman.com, or they can text me. And if you do that, I'd like, if you hear me on this podcast and you do that, I'd be happy to set up a 1-hour, what I call a double your business strategy session. I'll send you a little questionnaire to fill out that tells me a lot of stuff about what you're doing and what you're not doing. And we'll sit down together for an hour and we will find some of that low-hanging fruit that you have to duck to get under. And you'll come away from that call thinking, wow, this was the best hour I've ever spent. So, and it won't cost you a penny. So give me a call and give Mike a call. We would love to help you grow your business this next year. And with that said, Mike, I think we've covered it all. So thanks for listening, folks, to this episode of the Pest Control Marketing Podcast.
Want to take your pest control business to the next level and beyond? Have I got great news for you? Every February, the weekend after the Super Bowl, Hal Coleman and Mike Stewart host the PCO Marketing Event of the Year. Learn what's new in online and offline marketing from Mr. Online and Mr. Offline, Hal and Mike. Previous attendees continue to rave about the results they are achieving using the strategies and techniques they learned at this mind-blowing weekend event last year. This event is only for people who are serious about doubling, tripling, and even quadrupling their sales and their business faster than they ever imagined. So if that's you, reserve your seat now at nextlevelpcomarketing.com. That's nextlevelpcomarketing.com. Or call Hal at 770-993-0004. When enrollment opens, you can find out all the details at our website, nextlevelpcomarketing.com. To take your business to the next level, you're only one click or call away.
Google Pest Control Marketer. Grow your business like never before. Call 770-993-0004.